All right. So the initial question that we prompted was, have you ever worked with this specific niche? And really, when in the last video, I broke it down into 3 specific questions, and I want to dive into the first one here. So a lot of people come to us with the sense that my audience is different, and it's normal to feel that way, right? Because maybe you are talking to women, maybe you're talking to gay men, maybe you're talking to more sophisticated, more educated buyers, maybe you're talking to people going through a crisis, right? For example, maybe they're having a health crisis, maybe they're having a financial crisis, maybe you're talking to people who have a certain level of education, perhaps accountants or attorneys, someone in this niche with a specific jargon and a way of processing information. And all of that is normal, right? So one of the principles that we look at is, we call it the Nelson Mandela principle. And Nelson Mandela once said, if you speak to a man in a common tongue, you speak to his mind. If you speak to a man in his native tongue, you speak to his heart. And that's powerful, because when you can talk to a realtor using the jargon that realtors use, or when you can talk to a lawyer using the jargon that lawyers use, or talk to a doctor using the jargon that doctors use, they feel understood and they feel safe and they feel comfortable making a decision to work with you, right? So, for example, if you called for a doctor, if you called the people that they help a client, they would feel kind of weird, because doctors call them patients. Whereas if, maybe you talk to someone who's got a legal business and you call it a business, they would feel a little bit weird, because typically lawyers refer to their business as a practice, right? So we want to speak to them in that native tongue. And that's why when we're finding sales reps, we find people who have some firsthand experience with that market or with that niche. And maybe when I say firsthand, maybe they actually were an attorney, or maybe they went to medical school, or maybe it's just their parents are doctors, or their parents are lawyers, or their spouse, or their brother, or they have someone that's within their inner circle that they know that person intimately. They know what they're going through. They know their experiences, and they're able to call upon that person and feel what they feel, speak to them about what it is that they're working on in the language that they natively talk about it. And then that's why they can take to your offer so quickly. So it's really important that, yes, your audience probably is different. Every audience is different. And that's why we find salespeople who don't just know how to sell, but also actually have a background or some relationship to that industry. Because what we tend to see is, if someone hates real estate and you put them on a real estate offer, they're not going to do that great. Whereas if someone loves real estate investing and you put them on an offer to help people get into real estate investing, they're going to perform amazingly, because they're going to be able to speak the jargon, know the audience, and serve that audience better than anyone else could. So if you want to learn more about how we build sales teams, the ATM system that we use, where we attract, train, manage, and help scale up the team as a whole, go to coachingsales.com/YouTube. Again, coachingsales.com/YouTube. There you'll check out, we got a free case study for you. And if you have any questions while you're checking it out, feel free to reach out. You can hop on a call or just shoot us a message. Either way works. And if you're still kind of trying to figure out if this is for you, browse around here on the YouTube channel. We put out new videos every week. And so there's plenty of content here on YouTube alone that should answer a lot of your biggest questions.